18 major foe here, Operation Montagnard. Turn 6, Germany. I think we're January 39. Yeah, January 39. Germany has 4 tech rolls: advanced mechs, radar, heavy armor, and long range aircraft. See what we can get here. That is a 3 is a miss. That's a 4 that's a miss. That's a 2 that's a miss. And a 5 that's a miss. So, 0 for 4. Great tech round. That was priceless. Okay. We have signed the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact with Russia. So at the end of the turn 6, I'll get 5 IPP. Russia will get 3 and a free tech roll. Um, I will. Yeah, let's go over to purchases first. Purchases 6 cavalry and 1 sub for $24, spending the whole 24. And we are going to declare war on um, Belgium, Denmark, and Poland. So that will give, I believe it's 5 dice in total. So 1 for Poland and 2 dice for each Belgium and Denmark. So that's 5 dice for France and Great Britain. I am not declaring war on France and Great Britain. They are more than welcome to declare war on me. So for the British, I don't know what I need here to get them to wartime, but it's not much. 9 out of these 5. So let's hope for low rolls like my tech, where I've probably wasted all the good ones. Yeah, much more than 9, so they'll go to wartime income, moving them to full income, and I guess that means Anzac and FEC also go to full income. Okay, complete that, and then for France, same deal, they need something low, and 10, 8, yeah, much more than expected or required, so they're at 18. They're also now at wartime. Okay, so that is that. No need to belabor that anymore. Let's go into the attacks. So once again, I am not declaring war on the UK or France. Into Belgium will be the 84th. Joining them will be 3 mechanized and 2 medium armor from Bavaria, moving 1, 2. Okay, so they're going to be up here. So the 84th is 3 infantry, 3 mechanized, 2 light tanks, and 7 medium armor. The airborne out of Berlin, one of them, will go 1, 2 and join that fight. So that will be in there as well. Versus these 4 infantry. So that's this fight here. 7 medium armor, 3 infantry, 1 airborne, 2 light tanks, 3 mechanized, and 4 infantry on the Belgium side. Okay, on to Donalowski. We have 4 infantry from Slovakia moving in and 1 artillery versus the 2 infantry. And this strat bomber 1, 2 will go there and do a carpet bombing. So that's this one. So we have a boosted infantry. There is no river penalty on this side. There is for the artillery, but the artillery is not affected by rivers, so no penalty for me on this fight. So 3 carpet bombing. 1 artillery first strike, 1 boosted infantry at 3, and 3 infantry at 2 versus the 2 at 4 there. Okay, into Western Poland, we have 4 infantry, 1 artillery, 1 triple A gun. And up here, we also have, out of the 18th, the medium bomber and the tactical bomber joining that fight. So medium bomber, tactical bomber, artillery, boosted infantry, 3 other infantries versus the cavalry and 4 infantry. Also into, what else do we got here? This fighter in Bavaria is going to go 1, 2 with the coastal defense ship and the coastal sub versus this coastal defense ship here. So that's the fighter at 6, coastal defense ship at 4, and the first strike coastal sub at 2 versus the coastal defensive at 6. The rest of the fleet is going to move through here, pick up the infantry and marine, drop that in Denmark. This fighter will go 1-2, join that fight. So we have the battle cruiser providing first strike at a 3, the fighter at a 6, marine and infantry at 2, and the militia at a 2. First, we need to do the brain work. Screening force, there it is, against that Polish destroyer. So we've got a destroyer, 2 torpedo boat destroyers, and out of the 18th Air Force, I think I have the seaplane going into A11 as well, my bad. Just in case I need to soak up a hit, it gets bad. So that seaplane's also here. The other fighter out of the 18th will join this fight here versus that torpedo boat destroyer, as I really need to get that to get through. I've had bad luck with rolls, so I wouldn't be surprised if that took out most or all of my navy if I didn't have that fighter there. So that's that fight. So obviously we'll do that one before we do the Denmark one, and then the other ones are there. So let's start, I don't know, bottom to top. Donalowski, we have first strike artillery at a 3. That's a complete miss. We have 3 carpet bombings at a 2. All misses. So those are done. And then we have the 3 infantry at 2 and the 1 infantry at 3. All misses versus the 2 at 4. And that's 1 hit. So painful already. Now we have 2 infantry at 2, 1 infantry at 3, and 1 artillery at 3 as well. This could be okay. There's 2 hits. That's not so bad. And then in return, how bad is the loss? It's going to be at 4s. Not too bad. Okay. So we lost 1 infantry in that fight. That's not too bad. I will need to find a spot for that to go afterwards. Okay. So those are done. Let's move up here into Western Poland. That is this fight over here. We have an artillery first strike at 3. Negative. We have a medium bomber at 7. That's a hit. We have tactical at 7 with target select. That's a hit with target select. Doesn't matter, I guess, because we already got 1 hit. Then we have the 4 infantry. One of them is at 3 in gray, and the other 3 are at 2. And they all miss. So 2 hits. So that is the cavalry and 1 infantry. So in return, they have the cavalry at 2 and the 3 infantry at 4. How bad is that? Oh, yeah, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 3. Painful experience. Yeah. Okay, we carry on. Lose those dice, lose those dice. They have 2 infantry left. We have 4 units versus their 2. Okay, so boosted infantry, artillery, tactical, and medium bomber. That's a 6, that's a 1, so there's the 2 hits. How bad in return is this going to be? 2 misses. Okay. So far we've lost 3 infantry here, 1 infantry here, so that's 4 in total. Okay. Those will need to find a place to stay. That doesn't look promising. Anyways, in here we need to do the screening force first. I deleted those. Okay. So we have the fighter at 6. We have the destroyer at 4, and 2 torpedo boats at 2 in green. And luckily the destroyer hit. Torpedo boat destroyer returning at a 2. That is an 11. So at least we didn't lose any of the Navy. So that fighter will need a place to go. The infantry and marine are picked up, and a fighter goes in here. So we have the battlecruiser at a 3, first strike. Miss. Useless. Fighter, marine, and infantry versus that militia. Let's see if we can get that taken care of. So the marine does hit on a 1. And the militia in return, oof, missed. Okay, so that goes away. That goes away. And that should be there. Okay. So that wasn't too bad. And then we have this fight here. We have the coastal sub at 2 for strike. Can't do it. Then we have the fighter at 6 in blue and the coastal defense ship at a 4 in brown. And the coastal defense ship does hit, and in return the coastal defense ship is at a 6. That's a 5, that's a hit. So I'll lose the coastal sub, and they'll lose this. So these 3 islands are currently neutral, controlled by Britain, as I did not declare war on them when, or if Great Britain declares war on me, they'll flip to Great Britain, as well as the remainder of the Polish territories. I believe they're just minor controlled nations. I could be wrong. I have been wrong before. Oh, we've got one more combat left to do. Into Belgium, we have the 7 medium tanks, 3 infantry at 2, the 1 airborne at 3, 2 light tanks at 3, and the 3 mechanized at 3. So can I get 4 hits on this? Probably not. So that's a 3, that's a hit. That's a 6, that's a miss. That's a hit. That's a hit. That's a hit. And that's a hit. So we are successful in the first round. So here, in return, 4 infantry at 4. And they do get 2 hits. So I will lose 2 infantry. And they will lose everything else. Okay. This guy. Okay. And that plane will need a place to live. Alright, I think that's all the combat movements. Let's move on to non-combat movements. This mountain brigade will move to Austria. This infantry will rail to Slovakia. The Strat bomber will go to Western Germany in the 18th. The seaplane will go to Western Germany in the 18th. The fighter will go to Bavaria. This fighter also goes to Bavaria. This fighter also goes to Bavaria. This tactical bomber, Bavaria. Dogs, insane. 1, 2. Medium bomber goes to Western Germany. The coastal defense ship goes into port, and the second fleet goes into port as well. That's everything on this side. Airborne will move to Western Germany. And we have a sub in A28 will move to A35. Sub in A35, 1, 2, 3 to A48. Sub in A53, 1, 2, 3 to I3. And the sub in P63, 1, 2, 3 to P72. That concludes all of the movements, I believe. And we'll go on to place units. So that submarine will be placed in A11. Five cavalry will go into. Oh, there's a transport plane there. That also goes back to the 18th. Sorry about that. Five cavalry will go to Western Germany, and one cavalry will go to Bohemia. Have a look around, see if I didn't miss anything else. Tactical, 3 fighters. Yeah, I think that's it. So Germany is at $28. We are not at war with a major power at the moment, so we don't collect the 3 from Sweden. So we should be at 28. And at the end of the turn, we should get an extra 5, unless Russia declares war on us. So I think that concludes everything. I don't think I forgot to move anything back. All right. That will conclude Germany turn 6. On to Russia. Turn 6 from Jinx. Thanks again for watching.